Yes, hello, welcome to Anfield, where the two most successful sides in English football go head-to-head. 39 league titles between them. But Steve McManaman for Manchester United, the last time they won one was back in 2012-13 when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager. And they seem to have gone downhill very fast, particularly in this season.
Yes, and I think that's a mixture of things, to be honest, Alison. I think the fact that they've had a host of injuries, and they have, I think you can't doubt that, and they've had a lot of injuries to a lot of important players, and I think that will affect any team. I know Liverpool last year had a number of injuries early on in the season, and they struggled. Yes, they flew up the table later on in the season when people were back. But if you get injuries to your best players in any team, it will affect you. And if you look at Manchester City now using, of course, Kevin De Bruyne, they let Ilkay Gundogan go to Barcelona. That's in an effect has affected them as well. So I think there's reasons why United are struggling. Listen, the players are not playing well as well. Yeah. The signings haven't been hit the roads running as well. So that's another issue. But you know, someone's responsible for that. Whether it's the manager, whether it's a sporting director, whoever it is, and someone has to be held accountable for that. The money they've spent. Right
on cue, the fans are booing the United players coming out of the tunnel. I think it's an interesting one though. Whatever manager they have tried since Sir Alex, it just hasn't quite worked out. Is Ten Hag the right man for you? Does he need to be given time? Can you see the project that he's trying to create here?
Well, I think he needs to be given time.
Yeah.
But football, when, of course, I think Jim Radcliffe's going to come in very soon. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know whether he has his own ideas, whether he wants to change a manager. I have no idea. But all you can do is look after the here and now. And United are in a difficult place. They've crashed out of Europe. They're not even in the European competition full stop. That will affect them financially. So that will have an effect on next year's spending costs. And they're struggling in the league. So they have to do something. So whether... I certainly don't like managers being sacked, particularly after the time he's had in the job. And I know the injury problems he has at this moment in time. But someone down the line will have to change things if things are not going well.
On the other side, Liverpool are absolutely flying, particularly here at Anfield. It's an absolute fortress. They're averaging 3 goals. They scored 7 past Manchester United last time. You're not expecting a rout like that today, though, are you?
No, I don't think the like-minded person would be expecting that, regardless of the situation the two teams are in at the moment. And if United want to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool, it could easily be something like that. But you expect them to be here, come here today, and with the starting 11 you've seen, they expect them to be very compact, very defensively strong, and they will hope to hit Liverpool on the counter-attack or a set-piece. But I can't see him coming here thinking, let's go out and attack and have a go at Liverpool today, because they are very vulnerable, United. So I think the quieter the better for them today, and if they can steal something late on, fair enough. But, you know, as you said, Liverpool are very, very formidable here. With the crowd behind them, it should be a long afternoon for Manchester United.
Dimitar Berbatov, who joins us today in the studio, has said that he feels that Mo Salah doesn't get quite the respect that he deserves from the media. I mean, he's just been phenomenal for Liverpool this season, and for so many seasons. Would you agree with that, and why do you think that is?
Yeah, possibly. Maybe it's because you don't see Mo out and about in any holiday resort. You don't see Mo on the front of magazines. You don't see Mo model and fashion clothes or things like that. He's a very quiet, humble, understated football player. He comes here, he does his business, and then he disappears until the next time he appears on the football field. Doesn't do many interviews. I think he wants to remain incredibly private, and if that means him being less talked about than other centre forwards, I think that's the case. But I think the fact that he's been here for such a long time shows that he's extremely happy here, and you know, he's not underrated by these fans, I'll tell you that. They think he's an absolute genius.
Yeah, absolutely. Just my final question before we throw back to the studio. I know they want to have a debate and a discussion about Darwin Núñez, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on him and what you think of him so far this season.
I mean, Dimitar in the studio will know more about him than me. I think he was extremely raw when he arrived. I saw him lots of times at Benfica. You know, his football career has only been about 4 years long, so I expect him to get better, but he still has to improve. Yes, he works hard. Yes, he's a handful. Yes, he will score goals, but he has to increase his numbers, as in scoring the goals. We've seen him miss easy chances here. We've seen him miss easy chances away at Luton. He missed it. It may have been offside, but he missed an easy chance then. So he has to knock that out of his game. Yes, he can miss chances, but he can't miss chances that he should be scoring, and then people will make fun of him. So I think he still has a lot to improve by. And let's hope he does that. He's at the right place with the right manager above him.
OK, thanks for now, Steve. It's just worth pointing out before I throw back to you that there is a brand new stand here today. So there is set to be more fans than we've seen in Anfield for over 50 years. So we are expecting some atmosphere here today.